Hello and welcome back to another edition of Michelle McKay Yoga. Happy Sunday, happy May. It's a little gray in May, but we'll make do. We'll make do. So if you have a block and a strap, that's great. We're just going to do a little yoga, a little bit of everything. We'll do some sun salutes, we'll do some hip openers, we'll do some neutralizing poses, do some back bends, some forward bends, and of course, always have a twist. So gather your things, get a block and a strap, and I'll just put it in the chat what you need, just in case you forget. Strap and block. Okay, just a little technical difficulty. All right, no, not technical difficulty. I'm just fixing things. So join me on the mat, child's pose. And just start to breathe in and out through your nose. I hope you're enjoying your May. We're on the cusp of Memorial Day. Can you believe that? Our first holiday of the year. So start to settle into your breathing. Breathe in and out through your nose. I just have my head up so that you can hear me. Your knees could be close together. Your knees could be wide apart. Your big toes could be touching or not. But breathe into the fronts, the backs, and the sides of your body, and just try to really fill up the lungs with your breath. So think about the lower parts of your lungs, and you're filling that up with your breath. Then the middle parts of your lungs, and you're filling that up with your breath. And then finally, the upper lobes of your lungs are being filled with your breath. Try to relax the muscles of your face, relax your jaw, and continue that smooth, steady Ujjayi breathing. Now lift the head up and separate the hands the width of your shoulders, maybe a little bit wider. And then as you inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, curl your toes under, lift your knees from the mat, coming to downward dog pose. Just in case you didn't notice, I decided to wear all items that were pink. So hopefully you can see super clearly the distinction between me and the mat, and it'll be very clear. So to get the shoulders warmed up, we're going to move in and out of plank. And of course, you can do this on your knees. You're going to inhale, come forward to plank. If you wanted to use your knees, you can put your knees down like so. And then exhale, lift the hips up, down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Try to have your shoulders over the creases of the wrist, or maybe the hands slightly more forward. And then exhale, hips lift back, down dog. A few more just like that. Inhale, glide forward, plank pose. Reach the crown of the head away from your lower back and tailbone. Then exhale, lift the hips back, downward dog. Like someone was pulling you back with a strap. Remember when we used to do that in the studio? Two more. Inhale, forward, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips, down dog pose. And then one more time. Inhale, forward to plank. And then exhale, down dog. From your downward dog position, take an inhale to bring your feet together. And then when you exhale, reach your right heel backwards. So the left heel is pressing down, the right heel is reaching back. Stay here for the inhale. And when you exhale, draw your knee in towards you, round your upper back. Bring your right foot forward and gently lower your left knee down. So we're going to move in and out of the lunge here. So as you inhale, you're going to come up to a low lunge. And then as you exhale, bring the hands down and see if you can straighten out your legs. So kind of like a half split. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe look up. Exhale, bring the hands down and see if you can straighten out the leg any amount. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. Exhale, draw back to a half split. Let's do that 2 more times. I think it's a total of 6. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. And now inhale, low lunge, reach your arms up. And then exhale, turn and twist. So reach your left arm forward, your right arm backwards. Try to make your torso as upright as possible. Lift up to the crown of your head. Keep revolving your heart and your chest towards your right outer side or right outer hip. Stay here for the inhale. Now when you exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot. Curl your back toes under so your back knee lifts. Reach the crown of your head forward and then see if you can bring your hands to your outer hips. Draw your belly in and then inhale, come up. And now we're in crescent lunge. So your belly is drawing in and the sacrum is drawing in, right? Your lower back is lengthening to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. You're in crescent lunge. And now exhale, hands to the mat. You could also use the block and straighten out your front leg. Inhale, bend your right knee, reach your arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, kind of a modified pyramid pose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale to a modified pyramid pose. One more time, inhale, crescent. And then exhale, come back. You're in that pyramid pose. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward. And so that back heel, you can see it's off of the mat, right? So I'm not trying to go to the full expression of pyramid. I'm doing a variation of it. Take an inhale here. Now when you exhale, bring your hands to frame your front foot and bend your right knee. Step back to plank. Draw the belly in and then lift the hips up, down dog. All right, bring the feet together, inhale. And then exhale, reach your left heel backwards. Press the right heel towards the ground. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards you. Bring that left foot forward, right knee down. And inhale, come up. You're in a low lunge. And then exhale, hands to the mat, half split. Inhale, up, low lunge. Exhale, hips lift, half split. So moving with the breath, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, low lunge. I forget what that's called in Sanskrit. Exhale, half split. And then here we go. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Now rebend your left knee. Curl your back toes under so your back knee lifts. Bring your hands to your outer hips and lift the torso to upright. So now we'll do that crescent to a modified pyramid pose. So this is your inhale. This is your crescent lunge. The next, I'm going to use the block, hands to the floor or to your block. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, a modified pyramid pose. And then 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, crescent. I feel like I forgot something. Tell me if I did. Exhale, hands down. And then 1 more time. Inhale, crescent, probably the twist. Exhale, down. Okay, so I can't remember whether I did it in crescent. Oh yeah, let's do it in crescent. Crescent. And then right arm forward, left arm backwards. Have this like a senior moment. Reach the arms up. Bring the hands down, step back to plank. It happens. I sometimes forget. So if you notice that I forgot something, please leave me a comment so I can correct it. And then lift your hips up and back, down dog. Reach your hands or walk your hands back to meet your feet. So you're at a forward fold, the back edge of your mat. Have all 10 toes pointing forward. Lengthen your upper body over your lower body. And you can kind of dangle and fold like ragdoll, swaying side to side. Or maybe you want to take a hold of opposite elbows. Either way, you're taking a forward fold. And you're lengthening the upper body out and over the lower body. You're going to pause and center. Reach the hands towards the mat and inhale, lengthen, lift your chest so it's parallel to the mat. Exhale to bow and fold. Press down into your feet, inhale, stand up. And then exhale, arms by your sides. Let's move in and out of chair pose. So today's flow or today's classes, we're moving in and out of postures a little bit dynamically. So bear with me if you're used to a different style. All right? I'll show you from the front. I'll show you from the side. We're going to move in and out of chair pose. So inhale, bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold. I'll show you from the side. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. And hopefully the camera does not follow my hands. Exhale, fold. That's been an issue. Sorry. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up, chair. Exhale, fold. 2 more times just like that. Inhale, bend your knees, arms up, just lubricating the joints. Exhale to fold. And then 1 more time, bend your knees, arms up, chair. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet about hip socket distance, and then inhale, lengthen your chest forward. So think about from your pubic bone out to the crown of the head is reaching forward. Try to keep your spine like that and bring your hands to your outer hips. Keep the belly engaged, keep the sacrum drawing in, and then inhale, come up to stand up. So when you do it that way, maybe you feel a little more intensity in the belly, a little more intensity in the hamstrings. And then you're going to find your way to the front edge of your mat. And then once you get there, you can stand either with your feet together or hip socket distance apart. Do you like all my hats? Do you like all my fluffies? So feet together or hip socket distance apart. Kneecaps are lifted, quads are lifted. Lift the heart and chest up, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and fold. Inhale, lengthen the heart forward. Exhale, plant your palms and step back to plank. I'm going to slide this back just a scotch. Step back to plank. You can let your knees come down first and come all the way down to the ground. Cobra pose. Inhale, lift the chest. Try to press the feet down, press the hands down, but lift the chest from the ground. Exhale to lower. Curl your toes under, push them to the ground. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, down dog pose. Take a few breaths here. Hands are going to be about shoulder width. Feet are going to be about hip socket distance. You're allowing the head to hang and the upper arms to frame your head and your neck. Kneecaps lift up, quads lift up. Breathe as smoothly and steadily as you can in and out through your nose. Take an inhale here. And then bottom of your exhale, bring your feet forward. You can step them forward. You can hop them forward. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale to bow and fold. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. And then exhale back to center. So now on the second side, if you are stepping back instead of jumping back, make sure you alternate. Step back with the right leg, then step back with the left leg, right? So this time I'm going to lead with the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, plant the palms and step back to plank. So I've changed the leg. Now I'm at the left foot going back as opposed to the right. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows, come all the way down to the ground. Again, you could use your knees. And now Shalabhasana. You can bring your arms behind you. You can interlace at the webbing, You can have your hands down by your outer hips. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Shalabhasana, locust pose. You can even lift the legs if you like. Keep reaching the crown of the head away from the lower back and the tailbone. Try to stretch and extend the chest. Stretch and extend the breath. Stay here. Inhale. And then exhale to lower. Hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Lift the inner thighs. Push into the ground. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Down dog pose. Pause and breathe. Press into your fingertips, the knuckles, the heels of the hands, the webbing in between each finger. Now, as you gaze back at your feet and legs, make sure they're hip socket distance apart, parallel, and all 10 toes are facing forward. Take an inhale here, and then bottom of your exhale, bring your feet forward. Again, you can step them forward, you can hop them forward. Inhale, lengthen your heart. Exhale to bow and fold, press into your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Good, everyone. Exhale back to center. Sun salute A. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lengthen your heart. Exhale, plant your palms, take your feet back and lower. Inhale to up dog. If you're not ready for up dog, you can repeat cobra. Exhale as you draw back to downward dog. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Lift your kneecaps, lift your quads. Think of lengthening the inner and outer heels towards the mat. Whether they go flat or not a big deal, but energy is sending back and down. Take an inhale here, and then bottom of your exhale, bring your feet forward. Lift your heart, inhale. Fold back down, exhale. Press down into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale back to center. That's bothering me. I've got to move it out of the way. You know, it's life. Now you've seen the secrets of my lighting chamber. Hello. And then I have to remind myself to tell you about Trader Joe's. Okay, I digress. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. But I'm keeping it real. Exhale, fold. This is who I am. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, plant your palms, take your feet back and lower. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. From your downward dog, take an inhale, reach your right heel backwards. As you exhale, draw your right knee towards your right upper arm. Inhale, take the leg back and up to the ceiling. Exhale, right knee, left arm. Inhale, take the leg back and up to the ceiling. We're going to repeat that. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, leg back and up to the ceiling. Exhale, right knee, left arm. Inhale, leg back and up to the ceiling. And this time, if you want to open up the hip, if you want to bend the knee, the leg can be straight, it could be pointed. You could even come down to your left forearm. So many things that you can do. Stay here to inhale. When you exhale, level off the hips, bring the right foot down to meet the left. So now we'll do all of that on the left side. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, leg back and up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee, right arm. Inhale, leg back and up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, leg back and up to the ceiling. Exhale, left knee, right arm. Inhale, back and up to the ceiling, and maybe open up that hip, maybe bend the knee, maybe bring the right forearm down. You have lots of options. And then use your exhale to level off the hips and bring the left foot down to meet the right. Take an inhale here. And then bottom of your exhale, bring your feet forward. Lift your chest, inhale. Bow and fold, exhale. Press into your feet, inhale, stand all the way up, look up. And then exhale back to center. Let's do some hip opening. It's still in my line of vision. It's still annoying me, but I gotta try and stay present. Okay, so we're gonna do some hip opening, which might require you to use a block. So you're gonna separate your feet, the width of your leg, the width of one leg. By the way, the roses in bloom are coming up phenomenally. Just making sure that the camera is okay. Excellente. Okay, so you've got a leg's length distance in between your feet. You're going to rotate that whole right leg out. Left toes turn in, left heel spins out, and you're lining up your right heel with your left arch. Open your arms to the height of your shoulders. Take an inhale. Then when you exhale, bend your right knee coming into warrior two. Right? So broad across the heart and the chest. As I look into the camera, I can see that I can go deeper. So as you look at yourself in your screen, your monitor, your device, can you go deeper and can you make those alignment checks? So I'm trying to get my right outer hip to drop a little bit lower, my left inner thigh to lift. I'm trying to get those things to happen together to keep my lower back safe. Okay? And then I'm going to reverse warrior. Right arm up, left hand is going to wrap around. Inhale to straighten out that right knee. Now exhale, shift the pelvis towards your left foot. Inhale, reach towards your right side. And then exhale, right hand down. And for a moment, keep your left arm where it is. So use that little mini of a wrap to draw your left shoulder back. And then reach your left arm forward, then up. Utthita Trikonasana. Do your best to keep your legs straight and your arms straight. Now, you might not feel that your left arm going overhead is that great. You might have to keep it up to the ceiling. You might need to take it behind you. So do the posture that works the best in your body. Press down into your feet. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. And then exhale, straighten out your right knee, parallel your legs, change the block to the second side if you were using it. And I'll just do a little shimmy, shake to get to the other side. Okay, you can have your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee and turn your whole left leg out. And see if you can line up your left heel with your right arch. Take an inhale here. Going a little bit deeper. Exhale, bend your left knee. Open up the arms, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Lift through the crown of your head. Pardon me. Keep that left outer hip dropping, right inner thigh lifting, and send that inner left thigh to the inner left knee, and then kind of like a horseshoe, wrap that left outer hip underneath you. And breathe as smoothly and as steadily as you can in and out through your nose. Warrior 2 pose, Virabhadrasana 2. And then reverse it. Left arm up, right hand reaches around. Maybe you do a grab and bind. Turn your heart and chest a little bit to the left and reach far back with the left hand while the left leg, left knee moves more forward. And then cinch your waistline, straighten out your left knee. Take an inhale to reach towards your left side. And then exhale, bring your left hand to the block or floor. And keep the right arm as it is. So you're rolling that right shoulder behind you, right? Right shoulder is stacking over the left. And then you're going to free that arm, rotate it externally, and sweep it up and over. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Do you guys remember Lisa Walford? So you got to do triangle every day. You know, like an apple a day, a triangle a day. Oh, all these funny little yoga acronyms that we say, that we do. Then you're going to push down into your feet. Inhale back up to warrior two. And then exhale, straighten out your knee and parallel your legs. Now, all 10 toes are going to point forward. You could shorten up the distance between your feet if you feel like the distance between them is too wide. I like a long, generous stance. Take your arms out to the height of your shoulders. This time, you're going to internally rotate your arms in the arm socket so your thumbs point down. Then you're going to bring your arms behind you, interlace the fingers with each other. You might even feel that the shoulder blades are coming closer together. They might kiss, they might touch. Take an inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. And then exhale, bow, hinge from your hips and fold. Reach the crown of the head down. I'm slightly pigeon-toeing my feet, and I'm imagining that someone has a hold of my hands, and they're trying to reach my hands towards the ground. Take an inhale here, let the head go. Then when you exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift your chest up, and exhale, Skandasana. So bend your right or left knee, doesn't matter. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend left. Inhale, center. I got to do one more each side because that was, I need to recover from that. Inhale, bend right. Exhale, center. Inhale, bend left. Exhale, center. Pause. Lift the heart, lift the chest, straighten out the arms, and bring the feet wider than hip socket distance apart, and see if you can come into a squat. Now, squatting is difficult. You've got a block. You can place the block underneath you and sit on it, right? You probably can't tell the difference between the block and the mat. However, you are seeing a lot of pink, maybe too much pink, but it's okay. It's a pink day. It's gray outside, but it's pink in the house. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And since we're here, let's take a little rapid bind. So you could have your right forearm in front of you, take your left arm behind you, wrap it up, look towards the opposite shoulder. Hope you're having an incredible May, even though it's a little bit gray. Bring it back to center, inhale, and then exhale. Bring the opposite arm in front of your shin. In my case, it's my right arm in front of my right shin, and then I'm going to bring it behind me. So thank you all for leaving comments and watching the videos. I did get some comments from Shelby and Marion and Chloe and Adela and Stephanie, so I appreciate it. And if I left anyone out, I'm so sorry. But leave another comment. That's all you have to do. Watch another video. Subscribe. You'll get a notification when I go live. I'm going to try to do that every Sunday. Bring your hands to your heart and pause. Hands to the floor. Straighten out the legs. Take a forward fold. Maybe bring the feet in about hip socket distance. But I am looking for gainful employment, and that's why we need to talk about Trader Joe's. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hollow the belly and fold. So I've got Padangusthasana. That's my index finger, middle finger. I'll turn to the side. Index finger, middle finger, and thumb wrapping around my big toe. So I'll lengthen, inhale. Exhale, hollow and fold. So eventually my hips over knees, my knees over ankles. I'm using my arms like levers to pull up on those big toes, maybe fold in a little bit deeper. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, release that, and walk back out to down dog. Okay. Bring the right foot forward by your right thumb. Spin your back heel down. And inhale up to warrior one. Finally, a neutral standing pose. Well, no, not finally. Because we did do Utkatasana and we did do a wide leg Pasarita. Deepen the bend of the right knee. Oh, just got a gander of that. Draw your belly in. Right? Draw your right ribs back, left ribs forward. Stay here for the inhale. Now, when you exhale, you're going to straighten out your right knee and shorten the distance between your feet. I know I'm going to eventually use the wall. So shorten out the distance between the feet. We're going for Parasvottanasana with the arms in reverse prayer. So you can have your knuckles touching. You can hold onto your wrist, or if you can do the full expression, you're going to bring your hands to prayer behind your back, like you're swimming your hands up towards the nape of your neck. Okay, so I've shortened the distance between my feet. First, we were in that warrior one stance. Now we're in pyramid stance. Lift the heart, lift the chest, take an inhale. And then exhale, tuck the chin. Turn your heart and your chest towards your right side. Pyramid pose. Try to allow the head to go. Try to allow not to grip your toes. Try to lift the kneecaps, lift the quads. Stay here for 3 more rounds before we take the hands to the ground. Keep drawing the right hip back, the left hip forward, and maybe turn the heart and the chest more towards the right side. Stay here, inhale. And then exhale, hands to the floor or the blocks. I have 1, but you might have 2. And continue to lift your kneecaps, lift your quads. Maybe if you want to intensify the hamstring, you just keep the right heel down. There's always things that we can do. Now I'm going to bring the block out in front of you, and I'm just going to step back a little bit. So I'm still in that pyramid pose. My hands are on blocks. And then I'm going to tip my weight forward so my right leg has more weight. And then I'm going to lift my left leg up for a modified warrior 3. Really trying to lift from the inner left thigh. I'm trying to extend out from my lifted heel. Ideally, my left shoulder, my left sitting bone, and my left heel in one line. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale. Bend your right knee. Plant your left palm down. I've got my hands skewed. Bring your right foot back to meet the left and roll to the little toe side of your left foot. Vashisthasana. Any variation. You could lower your bottom knee. You could bring your top foot forward. You could come into an all-fours position. And then unwind, plank. Inhale to a back bend. If you choose, you can skip it. Exhale, down dog. The left foot comes forward. The right heel spins down. We're setting up for warrior 1. You could line up your front heel with your back heel. And then inhale, come up to warrior 1. Draw the belly in, draw the sacrum in. Reach the arms up, look up. Maybe your palms touch. Deepen that bend of that left knee. Really seal the little toe side of the right foot down. Lift your heart, lift your chest, lift your gaze. And then exhale, hands to your hips. You're going to shorten the distance between your feet. So as I said, we're moving towards pyramid pose, maybe with your hands in reverse prayer. Left leg is forward, right leg is back. You could line up your left heel with your right heel. I'm taking my feet hip socket distance apart. Now, as I inhale, I'm leaning backwards, like my hands are a ball, and I'm trying to get my upper back over that ball. And then exhale, tuck the chin, turn your heart and your chest towards the left, and fold. Press into the big toe mound of your left foot and the heel and little toe side of your right foot. Lengthen out and over your left leg. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Remember, we said here about 3 breaths before we took the hands to the floor. And then hands to floor, or you can use your blocks for pyramid pose. So now I just noticed that my knee was bending, so maybe I was folding forward too deeply. See if you can lift your kneecaps, lift your quads. And remember, if you wanted that intensity for the hamstring, just the left heel is on the mat. Allow your head to hang. Continue to lift your kneecaps, lift your quads so there's energy in the legs. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. And then for that modified warrior 3, I'm going to bring the block in front of my left foot, transfer the weight onto the left leg, and then I'm going to float the right leg up. So I'm thinking from my pubic bone out to the crown of the head is reaching forward. And then from my tailbone out through my heel is reaching backwards. So see if you can continue to work that sort of opposition. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. Now bend your left knee, reach the right foot way, way back. So you're in a lunge. And now the hands are going to be a little bit skewed. So the right hand's going to come a little bit forward. The left hand is a little bit skewed. And now I'm going to bring my feet together and I'm going to come to the little toe side of my right foot. Vashisthasana. Remember, you could lower your bottom knee. You can take your top foot forward or backwards. You can come to an all-fours position. Breathe smoothly, steadily, calmly. Then when you're ready, plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Smooth, steady inhales, smooth, steady exhales. Now, if you can, simultaneously bring the elbows down to the ground. And then walk your feet backwards so you're in a forearm plank. Press the hands down. Press the wrists down. Press the elbows down. And then eventually everything is going to come down. Sphinx pose. Yeah, you might think of this as a little bit of a sweet relief, or not, or not. Lifting the heart, lifting the chest, lifting your gaze. Stay here for the inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Kind of like I Dream of Jeannie, but not. Take your left hand and bring it towards your right eye of elbow. And then you're going to bend your right knee. And then see if you can take your right hand to your right ankle. Inner ankle, outer ankle. And then to continue to draw the belly in. The right heel is coming towards the right sitting bone. Try to keep your chest lifted. And stay here for another inhale. And then slowly release that. Right forearm comes forward. Now you're going to bend your left knee. Take your left hand, either on the outer ankle or the inner ankle, whatever feels better for you, your wrist joint. Keep the lift of the chest. Keep drawing the belly in. And that left heel can come to your left sitting bone, or it can come to the left outer hip. Keep breathing. Stay here another full breath. And then release. And now bring the arms back to Sphinx. Take the legs about hip socket distance and then bend the knees. And then pushing into the hands. You're in Dhanurasana without hands, right? Draw the belly in. Your feet can be together or apart. And just observe what you notice. Do you feel any sensation in the backs of the legs, your hamstrings? Do you feel any sensations in your bottom, your glutes? Do you feel any sensations in the belly, in the chest, in the upper back? You might not feel anything at all, but do observe what you do feel. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale. Curl your toes under. Push into the ground, tuck the chin. Inhale, forearm plank. Exhale, walk your feet towards your elbows. You're in dolphin pose. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Keep allowing the head to hang. Stay here, inhale. Stay here, exhale. And then lower your knees. And you don't have to sit on a block, but I'm going to sit in between my feet, but I'm going to utilize the block. Okay, so the block is in between my feet. I've taken the backs of my calves away from the backs of my thighs in an effort to get some more space for my knee joint. I want to do a little more work with dolphin, but I want to do some work with the shoulders to hopefully make dolphin maybe more accessible. Take your arms out to the height of your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale. Cross your right arm over your left, so like you're giving yourself a hug, and then lift the forearm. So you're an eagle in the arms. And breathe here in your eagle. Think about the edges of your shoulder blades and how they're moving away from each other. As you inhale, open the arms up. As you exhale, now cross the left arm over the right, or the opposite, and then lift the forearms up. You're in eagle, second side, round 2. Keep drawing your belly in, your sacrum in, and try to lift up and out of the sides of your waist. Smooth, steady inhales. Smooth, steady exhales. Inhale, open the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. And then bring the arms, well, let me show you from this side. I think it might be better from this side. You're going to bring your forearms together. So this is a lot. This might be where you stay, right? And then you're going to open the arms like a V, like so, right? And just pause there. So I'm feeling a lot at the top of my shoulder, my delt, that sheath of muscle right on top. Woo, 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 woo. Bring it back to you. I don't know what that woo woo was about, but I did a woo woo woo. And then release the arms. And I know it's not graceful, but down dog. And we're going to put Eagle, Warrior 3, and Dolphin together. Take an inhale here. Now when you exhale, bring the right foot forward. Left heel is high. Inhale, crescent lunge. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Stay your inhale. Then exhale, bring your left foot forward to meet the right. So arms forward, right arm over left, eagle arms, bend the knees like chair pose, right? And then see if you can cross your left thigh over the right thigh. Stay upright or fold. So the full expression of Eagle pose. Keep breathing. And then if you can, you're going to unwind the legs so you're in chair. Right? Keep your knees together, but lift the right heel towards the right sitting bone. And then start to reach the right heel away. Start to take the right hand down, maybe to a block. Left hand on left hip, or left arm up to the ceiling. Half moon. I'm keeping my hand on my outer hip just because I don't want to throw the camera off. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, level off the hips. Start to come into a standing split. Maybe right hand holds onto right ankle. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, release. Step back to down dog. And again, if you can, both elbows come down. Feet come together and inhale, right heel lifts. So you're in dolphin with one leg, or perhaps you could take it up to pincha. Pincha Mayurasana, the feathered peacock. Right foot comes down, look to the hands, push into the ground, lift the elbows up, back to down dog. Left foot forward, right heel is high. Inhale, come up, crescent. Bring the arms in front of you. This time it's the left arm on top of the right. I might be getting ahead of myself. Stay here, inhale. Then exhale, bring your left foot forward to meet the right. Lift the forearms so you've got eagle in your arms. Bend your knees like chair pose. And then see if you can cross that right thigh over the left thigh. Keep breathing. Stay upright or fold. Try to swivel that right hip back, the left hip forward. And try to steady your gaze on something that's not moving. Stay here for the inhale. Now when you exhale, bring your legs back to chair pose. Keep your knees together. Lift the right heel towards the right sitting bone. Then inhale, reach that right leg back. So we basically just came into warrior three for a moment. And then left hand down. Right hand to right hip. Setting up for half moon. So we used eagle, kind of like a vehicle to get through warrior three very briefly, then to half moon. Stay here, inhale. And then exhale, hands down, standing split. So hands to the mat, you can take your left hand to your left ankle and draw yourself in. Whoa. Almost fell. Bring the hands down. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Look to the hands. Bring your elbows down. Draw the feet together and inhale, the left leg reaches up. So Pincha Mayurasana, or a one-legged dolphin. Some days feel really light. Some days feel a little heavy. Stay here for the inhale. Then exhale, left foot comes down. Look to the hands. Lift the elbows up at the same time, down dog. Okay, so now lower your knees, rest, pause, child's pose. If you're in a space that you could utilize a wall, please come to a wall because we're not together. I don't know who's at your home. I don't know how proficient your practice is. I don't know if you're going to go through a wall or a window because I don't want that to happen. But just for a moment, I'll just show you a little pinch of my Mayurasana with the use of the block. So the mat is going to go all the way to the baseboard. And I'm going to take the mat all the way to the baseboard. And then I'm going to take the block at this height, short, well, the lowest height, right? And then I'm going to use my index finger and my thumb to the block like so. So the block is going to be right at the baseboard. I'm going to come into dolphin. Sorry that you have that view. And then I'm going to spring up to Pincha Mayurasana. So that's why I say use the wall. I don't know who's in your house. I don't know what the deal is. So I want to make sure that you're safe. And you'll just pause in child's pose after you do that. So all of that shoulder work, all of that dolphin, forearm plank, bow, works nicely. I hope it was a success for you. I feel like it was a success for you. All right. We're winding down now, winding down now. From child's pose, take a moment. See if you can bring your elbows to the mat. And then take your hands either above your head or to touch your upper back. And then release, walk the hands over to the right. Lift the torso and lengthen out and over the right side. Come back to center, inhale, lengthen out and over the left side. Come back to center, come to the belly, and just because we did a prep, let's see how bow pose feels now. Typically, you've been with me for a while. I do a lot of bows during the holidays, hence bow pose, hence gifts. Take your hands to your ankles. Could be outer ankle or inner ankle. And inhale, lift up to bow pose. Now, if you didn't want to do bow pose, you could certainly repeat locust, cobra, up dog, maybe a camel. Stay here for the inhale, and then exhale to lower. Bring the arms out in front of you, and just kind of give yourself like a little windshield wiper of the legs. Your head is down. I'm just lifting my head up so you can hear me more clearly. And then when you have a moment, push back, adjust yourself on the mat, child's pose, and then down dog pose. And notice, hopefully, that the downward dog got a little more spacious, got a little more room. And then we're going to take a low lunge, half split, maybe a full split. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards you, right foot forward, left knee down. Here's your low lunge. Here's your half split. Maybe you move towards a fuller split. Whew. Not the best, but okay. So some of you may or may not know, I am looking for gainful, full-time employment. I applied at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's said no. But I'm still going to get food there. But wow, getting rejected by Trader Joe's. Ouch. Job search really does a number on your ego, your self-esteem. But nonetheless, I digress. Because then I got another email saying about another job opportunity. Got slapped in the face and then kissed on the other cheek. All right, here we go. Curl your back toes under. Take that right leg up and back. See, I share little stories with you. Don't you feel better? You weren't traumatized by Trader Joe's? Right foot comes down to meet the left. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, knee comes in towards you. Left foot forward. Right knee down. You're in that low lunge. Traumatization at the Trader Joe's. So low lunge, maybe a half split, or you go in for a fuller split. So I am utilizing that block underneath my left thigh. So it's tight, right? Hip flexor is tight, excuse me. So I'm getting a little bit of resistance, but I'm making do. I'm trying to get that hip to move forward, this hip to move backwards. All the while, I know even if it's just a little amount, I'm still getting a stretch. I could have grabbed those pillows that were annoying me and put that underneath here, but it's okay. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Who knows what's going to happen today? Who knows what will unfold? And then when you're ready, you're going to bend that knee. Take your left leg up and back. Whew. And then come forward and have a seat. Reach your legs out in front of you. Draw your right knee in towards you. And let the right knee drift to the right. Hey, Cooper. He's investigating something on the floor. Gotta love the dogs. Reach the arms up, inhale, exhale, twist. Maybe kill a moth. Boy, what a day I'm having. Utilize your strap if you can't get to your foot. What a Sunday. What a Sunday, what a Sunday, what a Sunday. Revolve your heart and chest to your left outer hip. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. Draw the right knee in towards you. Right leg's going to come forward. Left knee is going to draw in towards you. Left knee is going to go out to the left. Left sole of foot to the right inner thigh. What have I done with the watch? Oh, there it is. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. We're turning our heart and our chest towards our right outer hip. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. Allow your head to hang. And maybe, pick some duck off of your pants. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands up. If you have a pet, there's hair everywhere. Unless, you have one of those Labradoodle mixes. All right, so Paschimottanasana. So Dandasana, blueprint for all of the seated postures. Got to adjust all my pinks. Push down into the hands, lift the chest up, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold, Paschimottanasana. So again, if you can't reach your toes, you're going to use your trusty little strap, and you're going to take your strap to your feet, and you're going to fold that way. And think, I say this all the time, belly to thighs, chest to thigh, forehead to knees, crown of head towards toes. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, sit tall. Exhale, release the hands down and begin to lay down. So let's set up for a modified bridge with the option to take legs up against the wall for utilizing your brick for legs up. Okay. So as you lay on your back, your feet are hip socket distance, and you're lengthening your bottom towards your feet. Then push down into your feet and inhale, lift the hips up for bridge pose, right? For today, if you like, you could take bridge with support. So the block underneath your lower back and sacrum. If you felt a lot of tightness at the front of the leg, you could straighten out your legs, push down through the heels, and that's going to address your hip flexors and also your lower back and your sacrum. If you wanted to take this into the inversion, maybe you didn't feel like doing Pincha Mayurasana, but maybe you want to do legs up against the wall, or maybe you want to do a shoulder stand. Right? I'll have to make sure I have enough blankets. Maybe next week we'll do shoulder stand. I feel like we haven't done shoulder stand in a long time. Maybe we'll do a little, what do I want to say? A little workshop-y shoulder stand thing, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'm thinking out loud. So stay here to inhale, stay here to exhale. If your legs are up, you're going to bend your knees, place your feet onto the floor, lift the hips, and if your block was on a high setting, take it down a notch so that it's a gradual descension to the mat. Gradual descension to the mat. And then lift the hips up, release the block. Take your right outer ankle above your left knee, and then draw your left knee in towards you. You can hold on to the front of the shin, the back of the leg, or you can straighten out that leg. You can hold on to the big toe. Just a way of doing a figure four on the back. As you inhale, place your feet down. As you exhale, left ankle above the right knee, draw your right knee in towards you. Again, hold on to the back of the leg, the front of the leg, straighten out the leg, hold on to the big toe. Another great place for you to use your strap. Take an inhale, place the feet down, and then as you exhale, take a spinal twist to the right. So depending on how much space you have, you can keep your knees bent, maybe straighten out your legs. Look to the ceiling or in the opposite direction of the legs. Because my space is a little tight, I'm going to inhale center and exhale spinal twist, kind of at an angle, just because of where I'm set up on the mat. And then inhale, come back through to center. Maybe center yourself up onto the mat. And Allow your body to lay out. You can have your arms rest by your sides. You can have one hand at the heart, one hand at the belly. You can take your arms into a bowl pose position and allow your body to rest and cool for however long you want to. Could be a minute, could be 5, could be 10, could be 15. Whatever it is you need. You can even just hit that pause button and take the longest Shavasana you like. When you have completed your final relaxation, reach your arms overhead, take an inhale. And then exhale, draw your knees in towards you. Wrap your arms around your legs, lift your forehead up towards your knees, give yourself a little squeeze. Gently lower your body back down. Roll to one side. Use your hands to push the floor away and bring yourself up to sit up. Be mindful of your space and your surroundings and see if you can just take a moment here to sit quietly. Tomorrow is National Meditation Day. So maybe you can use some elements of your yoga and find a way of doing a little bit of meditation. And by meditating, we're creating peace for ourselves and peace for others. Thank you so much for joining me today, for joining me on this YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that red button to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified anytime I go live, which is typically on Sundays, or when I upload new content. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out, yogis. Namaste. Stay well. Oh, and I take suggestions. Anytime you want a class, let me know what you want. All right.